Have you ever been publicly disrespected or hit with a joke that left you feeling embarrassed? Maybe it happened at work, during a social gathering, or even with close friends, and you just didn't know how to react. It's a feeling most of us know too well. But what if I told you that there are proven psychological and philosophical techniques rooted in ancient Stoicism that not only help you handle these situations with grace, but also allow you to instantly command respect, even from those who habitually belittle others? In this video, we'll explore 5 powerful strategies inspired by modern psychology and Stoic philosophy to help you navigate these moments with calm confidence. By the end, you'll have the tools to stay composed and respected in any situation. Let's dive in. Before we get into the practical tips, let's first consider why disrespect happens. From a Stoic perspective, it's essential to understand that the actions of others are not always within our control. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus reminds us, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. People often disrespect others to elevate themselves or seek dominance in social settings. They try to gain power at the expense of others. But here's the Stoic insight. Their behavior is not a reflection of your worth, but of their character. Understanding this allows you to detach emotionally from the situation. Disrespect is often rooted in their insecurities or ambition, not a measure of your value. As the Stoics teach, control what you can, your own actions and reactions, and let go of what you can't. Now, let's move on to the strategies that will help you remain calm and command respect, even in difficult moments. Tip 1. Command respect by controlling the first impression. First impressions are powerful and often shape how others treat you moving forward. In fact, the Stoics would say that how you carry yourself reflects your inner state. In your first interaction with someone, especially in a public setting, aim to project calm confidence. One key move when someone approaches you, stand up to greet them. This subtle shift in posture signals equality, not submission. If you stay seated while others stand, they physically look down on you, which can create a dynamic of subservience. By standing, shaking hands, and maintaining eye contact, you are demonstrating self-respect, a key Stoic principle. And when you make eye contact, you're showing that you are present in the moment, unshaken by outside distractions. This is exactly what the Stoics referred to as being anchored in reason, not letting external events disrupt your inner calm. Tip 2. Handle interruptions with Stoic composure. Picture this. You're mid-conversation, sharing your ideas, and someone interrupts you. It's easy to feel disrespected, but here's where Stoicism shines. Rather than reacting emotionally, practice Stoic indifference to the interruption. In Stoic philosophy, there's a concept called apatheia, which means maintaining emotional tranquility even when faced with disrespect. Fix the interrupter with a calm, controlled gaze. This signals that while you acknowledge the interruption, it doesn't shake your inner peace. Then simply say, "May I continue?" in a composed tone. This approach not only reminds the other person of their rudeness, but also demonstrates your ability to maintain control of the situation, a key element of Stoic discipline. Remember, you cannot control their interruption, but you can control how you respond. This alone commands respect, as others will see that you don't easily lose your cool. Tip 3. Neutralize jokes aimed at you with a Stoic approach. When someone cracks a joke at your expense in front of others, it's a situation that can make you feel small. But instead of reacting defensively or emotionally, use a Stoic tool: detachment. Imagine for a moment that you are an observer of the situation, not a participant. The Stoics teach us that what others say or do cannot harm you unless you let it. So when someone makes a joke at your expense, instead of reacting immediately, remain calm. Ask them to repeat the joke with a composed, neutral expression. Sorry, could you say that again? This tactic not only forces them to repeat the joke, which usually takes the sting out of it, but it also gives you time to maintain emotional distance. In Stoicism, emotions are seen as something we can control, not something that controls us. By staying composed and asking for clarification, you regain control of the situation and subtly shift the power dynamic, putting the joker on the defensive. Tip 4. Use Stoic distraction to handle provocation. Provocation is another common form of disrespect. People provoke you to get an emotional reaction and feel superior. But the Stoics teach that provocation only works if you allow it to. As Marcus Aurelius said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Next time someone tries to provoke you, instead of reacting emotionally, use the Stoic technique of redirection. Ask a completely unrelated question like, "Do you know a good place to get coffee nearby?" Or comment on something trivial like, "I think I've worn too much perfume today." Why does this work? Because it disrupts the flow of the provocation and shows that you're not emotionally invested in their attempt to rattle you. By introducing a calm, irrelevant question, you maintain control of yourself, something the Stoics would deeply appreciate. In Stoic thought, mastering your emotions and not giving in to provocations is the ultimate form of power. Tip 5. Walk away when respect isn't given. The Stoic way. Finally, let's talk about one of the most important Stoic teachings, knowing when to walk away. Stoicism reminds us that we cannot control the actions of others, only our response to them. If someone consistently disrespects you, you're not obligated to tolerate it. Walking away isn't a sign of defeat, it's a sign of strength and self-respect. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca wrote, "The greatest wealth is to live content with little." This means you don't need external validation or respect from those who don't value you. If a situation becomes toxic, choose to remove yourself. It's better to be an appreciated absence than a devalued presence. Walking away shows you value your inner peace more than the opinions of those who refuse to respect you. There you have it, 5 Stoic-inspired strategies for handling disrespect and gaining respect in any situation. Whether it's commanding respect with your first impression, dealing with interruptions, or using detachment to diffuse jokes, these tips will help you stay composed, centered, and respected. Remember, Stoicism teaches us that while we can't control how others behave, we can control our reactions, and that's where true power lies. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you had to use these strategies? How did you handle it? Let us know in the comments below, and if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more content on Stoicism, self-confidence, and mental clarity. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Until then, stay strong, stay stoic.